To demonstrate our messaging module, I need to assume two identities at once, and to do this I will first log in as Albert Einstein here in my Firefox browser. As demonstrated in the general video for our modules framework, certain modules will be presented as panels underneath the navigation tree, and you switch between these by clicking the respective headline bars. This is the messaging panel, and as you can see, it already contains a message which is highlighted to show that it contains unread contributions. The gear icon on the left shows that the message was sent by the system rather than another user. I click to open the message, and I see that it is a notification sent by the Send File module to tell me that I have successfully sent a file to an external recipient. Please see the dedicated video for Send File for a more detailed description. I can click to either close or delete the message, and I choose to delete it. Now I will send a message to another system user, so I click the plus icon to create a new message, and I start to type the user's name, Charlie Chaplin. And I might as well add Groucho Marx while I'm at it. Just like emails, you can add a subject and a main message. I'm writing to ask if Charlie and Groucho have the files they need for their next job, or if they need help. And I'll send it off by clicking the send button. I keep a copy of the message in my panel, and the icon on the left shows that it was sent by a user rather than the system. I now go about my business, as I can't be sure when Charlie and Groucho will have the time to answer. This is where the dual identity thing begins, and I will open another browser to log in as Charlie Chaplin. So please note, in Firefox on the left, I'm Albert Einstein going about my business, whilst Charlie Chaplin is logging in Opera here on the right. And here, in Charlie's messaging panel, I see that I have received a message from another user while I was offline. I click to read it, and I see that it is Albert Einstein asking if I have the files I need. I don't, as it happens, and I reply, could he please send them? While Charlie now continues his work, let's move our attention back to the left, where Albert receives a discrete notification that there are new messages for him. Hovering my mouse over this notification slider, I get the details about which thread contains new contributions, and when I have seen and read this notification, it slides away and disappears. So I open my messaging panel and the message containing new contributions. And as I expected, it's from Charlie Chaplin to say that he needs help finding the files. Luckily, I have them right here, and I will place some elements in my basket. These two folders. And for the sake of illustration, I will also place a few bookmarks on some files in another folder. As demonstrated in the bookmarks video, these will show up in the bookmarks panel. Let me just reply to Charlie. If my basket of bookmarks contain elements while I create or answer a message, I have the option of adding these to the message, so effectively I can share my basket and bookmarks with Charlie. And finally, turning back to Charlie on the right, we will see a notification slider appear to catch our attention, while the message is highlighted to show that the thread contains new contributions. I have no more use for Albert's browser, and I will maximize Charlie to show how he received the shared bookmarks and basket elements. For every shared element, I can choose to add them to my own with a single click on the plus icon. I'll accept them all. And when I close the message again, I can open my bookmarks panel to verify that the shared bookmarks are indeed there. And likewise, I can load my basket to see that the two folders are there as well. The messaging module draws on a contacts module, which links data like name and profile image to the Zynet login for internal users, but it can also provide data for an address book module containing any kind of relevant data on internal users as well as external contacts.